sure you are going to do this and lots more for us. Make our prayers through Christ our Lord. In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen.
Thank you very much, Reverend Father Imo Obot, the priest in charge of St. Michael's Parish, Ikodetugodo, in the Abat local government area of Akwa Ibom State, representing the Catholic Bishop of Ikodekwene Diocese at this event. Thank you. Your Excellency, the Governor of Akwa Ibom State, our number one citizen, our leader, our pride, Mr. Udom Emmanuel, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Akwa Ibom State, my Lord, the Chief Judge of Akwa Ibom State, Your Excellency, former Military Governor of Akwa Ibom State, who is here with us, distinguished senators that are here, members of the National Assembly, recognize the Chairman of the PDP, Akwa Ibom State, Obong Paul Ekpo, the Deputy Speaker, and all the members of the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, welcome you, recognize you. Secretary to the State Government, Head of the Civil Service, Honorable Commissioners and Special Advisors, we recognize very especially all the service chiefs that are here, recognize His Eminence Akwa Ibom Ibibio, and by extension all of our paramount rulers, all of our real fathers and their spouses that are here, we welcome you especially. Recognize the clergymen that are here, welcome you. Recognize and also welcome chairman of boards, commissions, and technical committees and their members. We, of course, recognize especially the Honorable Commissioner in charge of the Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Honorable Doc Ekpenyong, under whose auspices in the ministry this event is holding on behalf of the government of Akwa Ibom State. Permanent secretaries and heads of extra-ministerial department, we welcome you. The chairman of Algon and all the local government chairmen that are here, we welcome you especially. Senior citizens, our elders, our stakeholders, we welcome you very specially. We welcome also the president of Bogom Parawa Ibibio. And we welcome the presidents and leadership of all other social-cultural organizations that are here in a very special way. We welcome all the specially invited guests. Members of the families of our royal fathers that are here, we welcome you very specially. Gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Today, the 23rd day of September 2019, is exactly 32 years ever since this our state, named after the Almighty God, came into being. There have been a series. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I think that to celebrate Akwa Ibom at 32, we can afford to give a more celebratory applause. Please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, there have been a series of activities lined up to commemorate this particular year's celebration of the event. Of course, the high points being the visit of the number 2 citizen of the country to the state. And he didn't just visit and go back. He spends the night with us commissioning projects and even blessing us spiritually yesterday at the interdenominational Thanksgiving service. We're here to continue the tradition that takes place on this day every year, and that is the swearing in of the chairman of the Akwa Ibom State Council of Chiefs. And of course, there will also be presentation of staff of office and swearing in of paramount rulers of 7 local government areas who hitherto did not have paramount rulers, of course, by the very natural cause of the demise of the previous people who held those positions. The local government areas are Bak, Nsratai, Ini, Uruganam, Uran, Kanafun, and Mbo. We thank all the people who have come out, who have accepted this invitation, and we have standing right in front of us here, as is more or less a tradition, the choir from the Akwa Ibom State Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, they will set the tone for this event and give us a welcome song, which they have promised will not be longer than 5 minutes. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the choir from the ministry as they welcome us. Thank you. Mbok ya Chairnan Akwa Ibom eno choir. Your Excellency, if you want to know whether the choir and the ministry is making progress, you need not look further than the choir master. A few years ago, guys, you said took shed your tie. I'm making quite a lot of progress. Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is a celebration of our royal fathers, a celebration of their day, and of course an acknowledgement of the critical role they play as custodians of our tradition and norms and values, and also those who keep the peace on behalf of the government in their respective domains. We'll at this point take a brief cultural performance for just about 5 minutes, and this is going to be from the Akwa Ibom State Council for Arts and Culture. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's our 32nd anniversary. And I think if we clap, and when we clap, it should be reflective of the mood of our people. Please put your hands together for them as they come up to do so. Thank you. Can we please put our hands together for the Council for Arts and Culture? Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I think we've had two rousing performances and basically set the proper mood for this event to get started. And so let me invite to present his address of welcome and also present the new chairman of the State Council of Chiefs and the newly recognized paramount rulers, a member of the State Executive Council whose duty on behalf of government it is to ensure that the traditional institution works effectively like clockwork, exactly the way it is working now. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Honorable Udom Ekpeyong as he comes forward here for his speech. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, the Governor of Akwa Ibom State, Mr. Udom Emmanuel. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Akwa Ibom State, Mr. Moses Ekpo, MFR. The Honorable Chief Judge of Akwa Ibom State, Honorable Justice Godwin Abraham. Your Excellency, the former Governor of Akwa Ibom State and the Director General of Divine Mandate, Otu Ekong Nkanga, National Assembly members, distinguished senators, former and present House of Representatives here present, leaders of our great party, the state chairman and members of the State Working Committee and others, the Honorable Deputy Speaker and members of Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, SSG, Head of Service, members of the State Executive Council, all service chiefs here present, the Akwa Ibom Ibibio and paramount rulers of Nsik Ubim and wife, other paramount rulers and spouses, clan heads, village heads, and other royal fathers and spouses here present, chairman of boards, commission, technical committees, permanent secretaries, chairman of Argons, and chairman of councils and members, elders, stakeholders, senior citizens and spouses here present, the International President, Bogom Parawa Ibibio, Atiena, Afi Waiket Ishetrap, and other members here present. I welcome you all, especially invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. As we celebrate the 32nd anniversary of the creation of our state, it is with profound gratitude and glory to God that I welcome our focused, dynamic, divinely ordained leader and amiable governor of Akwa Ibom State, His Excellency Mr. Udom Emmanuel. The Deputy Governor, Mr. Moses F. Ekpo, and other invited guests to this memorable occasion. I wish to thank His Excellency, the Governor, for giving us the opportunity to ensure that all the 31 local government areas now have their paramount rulers. With this, the Executive Council's decision on the selection of paramount rulers in the local government areas where the traditional stools were vacant has been accomplished. Your Excellency, I want to add that all the paramount rulers are here present except a tenant. When you personally visited and took him to hospital, I spoke with him last week. He sends felicitations. Also, the paramount ruler of Ika. During the electioneering campaign, you paid a visit to him, and he was sound in spirit, and his voice was so loud, but he could not walk. Also, the paramount ruler of Nsiru, the same. They all send their felicitations. Your Excellency, we are indeed very grateful for making this occasion unique. You have particularly honored our royal fathers by making this ceremony a major focus of this year's state anniversary celebration. This is quite remarkably an indication of the high regard you have accorded the traditional institution in the state. Let me also use this opportunity to express my deep appreciation to His Excellency for his love for the royal fathers by ensuring the prompt payment of their upkeep allowance, proper medical attention, and payment of medical bills. This is in addition to other welfare packages, including stipends and several allowance to the family of the immediate past Chairman State Council of Chiefs. Most specifically, on behalf of the ministry, I wish to express my sincere gratitude to His Excellency Governor Udom Emmanuel for the presentation of 8 brand new Toyota Prado vehicles to paramount rulers of the 2017-2019 council year. Your Excellency, we are hoping that this gesture would equally be extended to the paramount rulers who are to be sworn in today. I must also commend very highly the royal fathers for the maintenance of peace and security in their respective local government areas. This was clearly feasible through the period of the electionary campaigns and the general elections in the state. The royal fathers have therefore contributed immensely in making Akwa Ibom the most peaceful state in the Federation. Your Excellency, it is worthwhile at this juncture to highlight some of the outstanding issues that have been raised by our royal fathers. This includes 1, the issue of omitted clans and villages. There is urgent need for this issue to be revisited to address agitations by various communities in the state. Your Excellency, you could recall that though the land mass is constant, the population of Akwa Ibom is hitting almost 7 million. 2, enactment of enabling law to make family head statutory members of village councils. 3, amendment of traditional rulers council law to allow a clan head to preside at a meeting of the traditional rulers council as acting president in the case of incapacitation of the paramount ruler. This is to ensure that there is continuity anytime a paramount ruler is in this post. Your Excellency, the cordial relationship between the government and the traditional rulers in the state is noteworthy. This relationship is anchored on peace, unity, progress, and development. Your Excellency, may I at this juncture most respectfully present to you for formal swearing in as members of Akwa Ibom State Council of Chiefs the following persons representing their respective local government areas. 1, His Royal Majesty Akuku Savior Sylvester Odofia, Paramount Ruler, Abak Local Government Area. Sit down. 2, His Royal Majesty Edideme Timed Wadakwan, Paramount Ruler in the local government area. 3, His Royal Majesty Okon Okonosukwo Abang, Paramount Ruler Mbo local government area. 4, His Royal Majesty Edidem Peter Okon Efiong, Paramount Ruler Nsiretai local government area. 5, His Royal Majesty Okuku Engineer Johnson Johnny Obosi, the Paramount Ruler Oruwanam local government area. 6, His Royal Majesty Akuku Engineer Amos Daniel Akwan, Paramount Ruler Okanafu local government area. 7, His Royal Majesty Edidem Cosmos Basi Nkanga, the Paramount Ruler Oran local government area. This is in compliance with the traditional rulers law of Akwa Ibom State, which stipulates that every person accorded official recognition as paramount ruler must be sworn in as a member of the Council of Chiefs and presented with staff of office. Your Excellency, the immediate past chairman of the State Council of Chiefs, was sworn into office on September 23, 2017. Section 45, subsection 2 of the Akwa Ibom State Traditional Rulers Law 2000 as amended provides that the chairman of the council shall hold office for a period of 2 years, and that a new chairman shall be appointed and sworn into office at the expiration of the incumbent's tenure to ensure a smooth handing over exercise. Accordingly, it has pleased His Excellency to appoint a successor as the 30th chairman of the State Council of Chiefs. In keeping with the established tradition of our selection process and the fair-mindedness of the state government, permit me therefore, Your Excellency, to formally present a highly respected and diligent father with impeccable and unimpeachable track record in public and private life, a supporter of good governance, a chief who cannot be bored, his mind not prejudiced, forthright in character and upright in nature, an astute administrator, and a detribalized community leader in person of His Eminent Ntenyin Solomon Daniel Etu JP, the Akwa Ibom Ebibio, and the paramount ruler of Nsirubium local government area, to Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Akwa Ibom State, for swearing in as the new chairman of the State Council of Chiefs for the 2019 to 2021 council year. Finally, I sincerely thank His Excellency for the commencement of the construction of the permanent secretariat for the State Council of Chiefs in the state after 32 years of the state's creation. This project, when completed, shall provide a conducive working environment for our royal fathers. Your Excellency, may the Almighty God strengthen you and grant you the grace to actualize your completion agenda for the betterment of the state. Thank you, and God bless you.
Can we please put our hands together one more time for the Honorable Commissioner in charge of the Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, we're going to proceed straight for the swearing in and the presentation of staff of office to the newly recognized paramount rulers. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, would graciously request the paramount rulers about to be sworn in to please rise as I call their names. Paramount Ruler Abak Local Government Area awaiting swearing in His Royal Majesty Akuku Saviour Sylvester Udofia. Please rise. Was born on the 28th day of October. Is happily married with 6 children. Attended school at Udom, Otoro. Obtained his first school living certificate in 1989. Attended comprehensive commercial secondary school college to obtain his WASC in 1995. Also holds a higher national diploma in business administration from the then Polytechnic Calabar, now Cross River University of Technology. He has been the station chairman of his church, St. Michael's Catholic Church, Udom. He has also been treasurer of his parish and member of several organizations, and being secretary of the Anang Clan Council. He was recognized as the village head of Udom in 1997, became the clan head of Otoro in 2014, and now about to be sworn in as paramount ruler of Abak Local Government Area. Can we please put our hands together for him, ladies and gentlemen? Royal Majesty Edidem Peter Okon Effiong, paramount ruler in Sretai Local Government Area. Please rise. Born on the 18th day of October 1940, hails from Ikodobong in Sretai Local Government Area and is happily married with children. Schooled at the Eastern State Primary School and obtained his first school living certificate. He has been a farmer for quite a long while and has also been chairman of his village council, Ikodobong, since 1998. He's been family head of his family. He's been PRO of a Senitiaba community and Chairman Seletai Clan Council of Chiefs from 2017 to 2019. Was recognized as village head in 2012, Clan Head of Eastern Sudden, and now Paramount Ruler of Nsud Atai. His Royal Majesty Idem Peter Okun Effiong. Please put your hands together for him. His Royal Majesty Idem Etom Edward Akpan Paramount Ruler Ini, local government area. Born July 16, 1931, is happily married with children, and he is a Christian. He schooled at the CMS School Mbiaberikpe, obtained his first school living certificate in 1946. He has also schooled at St. Paul's Commercial Secondary School, Aba, obtained his GC in 1956. He's been a teacher, teaching at the CMS School in Mbiabed from 1958 to 1961. Was recognized as a village head of Mbiaberikpe Fa in 1987, clan head of Ikpe in 1992. And now Paramount Ruler of Ini local government area. Please put your hands together for him, ladies and gentlemen. Akuku engineer Johnson Johnny Obosi, Paramount Ruler of Uruganam local government area. Royal Majesty, please rise. Was born on the 27th of July in 1960 at Ikondo in Uruganam local government area. He's married with children. He schooled at the Inen Kwaibo Church Primary School, Anwa Tat, and St. Michael's School. He college him, obtaining his first school living certificate in 1970. He schooled at Boys Training Center, Aba, Government Trade Center in Nugu, obtained intermediate City and Guild certificate 1976. Attended Polytechnic Calabar, obtained National Teacher Training certificate, and became the first principal of the Secondary Technical School of Faraubo in 1977. He's a graduate of Mechanical Engineering from the University of Science and Technology, Bulgaria in 1982. He has worked as a mechanical engineer at Sunshine Batteries, Okana, been factory manager of Sanik Batteries, Ijebode in Ogun State. He's been deputy mechanical superintendent of the Nigerian Newsprint Manufacturing Company, Okwiboku, in 1988. He's been caretaker committee member of Uruganam local government area in 1994. He's been a state administrative officer of the then NCP and National Center Party of Nigeria in 1997. He's been a member of the Uruganam Traditional Rulers Council. Recognized as the village head of Ikondo in 1998. He became clan head of Inen in 1999 and now Paramount Ruler of Uruganam local government area. His Royal Majesty Akuku Engineer Johnson Johnny Obosi, JP. His Royal Majesty Idem Cosmos Basi Nkanga, please rise. Paramount Ruler of Urugan local government area. Born on the 7th day of May 1947, Christian and married with 9 children. Schooled at St. Peter's Primary School, Ifai Kodoba IT. He became the village of Ukwi Koredong in 2009, clan head of Southeast Clan in 2016, and now Paramount Ruler of Urugan local government area. His Royal Majesty Edidem Cosmos Basi Nkanga. Please put your hands together for him. His Royal Majesty Kuku Engineer Amos Daniel Akpan, please kindly rise. Born in 1939 on the 9th of January at Ukanafune Demiyang. He's married with children. Attended Native Authority School in Keridem in Ukanafune local government area. Obtained his first school living certificate in 1951. He schooled at the Holy Family College, Kobak. Obtained his WASC in 1957. Also holds an OND from the Yaba College of Technology, Lagos in 1962. He holds an ordinary certificate in building from City and Guilds of London. He's been a teacher, chairman of the Village Council 89 to 2007. Member of the Traditional Rulers Council from 2011 till date. He was recognized as the villager of Etisong in 2009. He became the clan head of Ebugu in 2019 and now Paramount Ruler of Mbu local government area. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, His Royal Majesty Ogwong Okun Asukwo Abang, Paramount Ruler Mbu local government area. Please put your hands together for him. At this point, may I most respectfully invite Excellency the Governor, who will please swear in these 7 gentlemen as Paramount Rulers of their respective local government areas.
True allegiance.
And bear true alliance.
To the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
To the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
And that I will preserve.
That I will preserve.
Protect.
protect,
and defend
the
Constitution
Constitution
of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
So help me God.
So help me God.
There is the war me for me. For the sake of me over no more. Oath of office. I
Royal Majesty Ogugu Seprot First out of here.
do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
that I will be faithful
that I will be faithful
and bear true allegiance
and bear true allegiance
to the Federal Republic of Nigeria,
to the Federal Republic of Nigeria,
that as a paramount ruler, some local government,
that as a relevant local government area,
I will discharge my duties
I will discharge my duty
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
faithfully
faithful
and in accordance
and in accordance
with the Constitution
with the Constitution
of the Federal Republic
of the Federal Republic
of Nigeria
of Nigeria
and the law,
and the law,
and always
and always
in the interest
in the interest
of the sovereignty,
of the sovereignty,
integrity,
integrity,
solidarity,
solidarity,
well-being,
well-being,
and prosperity
and prosperity
of the Federal Republic of Nigeria,
of the Federal Republic of Nigeria,
that I will strive to preserve
that I will strive to preserve
the fundamental objectives
and fundamental objectives
and directive principles
and directive principles
of state policy
of state policy
contained in the Constitution
contained in the Constitution
of the Federal Republic of Nigeria,
of the Federal Republic of Nigeria,
that I will not allow
but I will not allow
my personal interest
my personal interest
to influence
to influence
my official conduct
my official conduct
or my official decisions,
or my official decision,
that I will to the best
that I will to the best
of my ability
preserve,
protect, and defend the Constitution
the Constitution
of the Federal Republic of Nigeria,
of the Federal Republic of Nigeria,
that in all circumstances
that all the circumstances
I'll do right to all manner of people
I will do all right to all manner
according to law, without fear or favor, affection or ill will, that I will not directly or indirectly communicate or reveal to any person any matter which shall be brought under my consideration or shall become known to me as paramount ruler of
local government area,
except as may be required for the due discharge of my duties as paramount ruler
of a paramount local government area.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Bagaimana para nama. Please, gentlemen of the press, let them pass, please. Taking the oath of allegiance and the oath of office, the 7 gentlemen who will be the paramount rulers of their respective local government areas. Of course, there's some paperwork, some signatures you have to append to. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the paperwork is still ongoing. And then after that, there will be presentations. Thank you very much, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen. His Excellency, the Governor, at this point will present the staffs of office to the respective paramount rulers. First, paramount ruler of Abak local government area, His Royal Majesty Okuku Xavier Sylvester Udofia Borekwaro Borenoye. Bordakumi, yes. And our certificates. And I sang ubong, Borekwaro Borenoye, Ekwaro Borenoye, Ekwaro Borenoye. Paramount ruler of Nsalatai local government area, His Royal Majesty Udom Peter Okun Effiong. Please put your hands together for him, ladies and gentlemen. Bon, même bien, mi kwako bordo. Moi que dis nyaya aga famanyagade. Thank you. Next, paramount ruler of Ini, local government area, His Royal Majesty Udom Edward Akpan Borekwaro Borenoye. Thank you very much. Next, paramount ruler of Oroganam local government area. His Royal Majesty Akuku Engineer Johnny Johnson Obosi JP. Thank you. Next, paramount ruler Oran local government area, His Royal Majesty Edidem Cosmos Basi Nkanga. Boy Kwaro Borenoye. Mboke won't take away this more. Please, this event is still ongoing. Please remain on your seats, please. There will be time for pictures and congratulations, please. Next, the paramount ruler of Ukanafun local government area, His Royal Majesty Akuko Engineer Amos Daniel Akpan. Last but not the least, His Royal Majesty Owong Okun Asukwa Bang Paramount of Mbo local government area. University in 2010. In the year 2017, our father, the Akwa Ibom, obtained an LLB from the National Open University of Nigeria. His ascension to the traditional stool has been steadily progressive. The mantle of leadership beckoned when he emerged as the villager of Ikodukobo in Nsurubium local government area in 1998. He was subsequently selected as the group head of Ibiakpan group of 9 villages in 2004. With his proven qualities and leadership, the people of Western State, comprising 32 villages, unanimously chose him to serve as clan head in 2012. The royal father later became Paramount of Nsurubium local government area of Akwa Ibom State, which is made up of 64 villages, and president of the Nsurubium Traditional Rulers Council. What is more, his leadership acumen has attracted him to various organizations and institutions. In this wise, he has served in various peace and conflict resolution positions to include the chairman of the Police Community Relations Committee, PCRC, in Nsurubium from 2003 to 2005, Chairman Akwa Ibom State Traditional Rulers Dispute Committee in 2017, reappointed into the same committee in 2018. And as a man of wisdom, he has been a sound arbiter on issues of disputes, conflicts among disputants brought before him for peaceful and mutual coexistence. His resourcefulness has seen him blossom as a successful entrepreneur, community developer, and a reference business mogul. As a captain of industry, he's the chairman and chief executive and managing director of a number of commercial concerns and companies. A philanthropist and a sport enthusiast, Ntenyin has a keen interest in fostering unity, peace, and love within and outside his domain. He pursues a robust policy of collaboration with all tiers of government. He has a knack for promoting cultural relations, preservation of the Ibibio heritage, and a drive for an all-inclusive development for all stakeholders in the Nigerian polity based on equity and social justice. Satisfied with his enterprising communal lifestyle and the successful leadership on the traditional stool, the Supreme Council of Ibibio Traditional Rulers, Ifomibomi Ibibio, on Friday, September 14, 2018, unanimously selected Ntenyin Solomon Danieletuk as the Akwa Ibom Ibibio and president of the council, meaning the patriarch of the Ibibio nation worldwide. Upon his selection, he was accordingly proclaimed as Akwa Ibom Ibibio on Saturday, November 17, 2018, and on Monday, the 31st day of December 2018, the revered monarch was formally coronated as the premier traditional ruler of the Ibibios. His emergence as the Akwa Ibom Ibibio has rekindled renaissance and communal bond in Ibibio land, Nigeria's 4th largest ethnic tribe. As the Akwa Ibom Ibibio, Ntenyin Solomon Dieto is the president of the Supreme Council of Ibibio Traditional Rulers. He also currently serves as the chancellor of the Akwa Ibom State University, Ikorakwaden, in Kwaden local government area, appointed to that position by His Excellency the Governor of Akwa Ibom State in April 2019. He's happily married to Akwa Bongawan Philomena Solomon Ituk, and the union is blessed with children. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, please permit me to present for swearing in the 30th Chairman of the Akwa Ibom Council of Chiefs, His Eminence Ntenyin Solomon D. Etuk, JP, Akwa Ibom Ibibio. I will at this point respectfully invite His Excellency the Governor of Akwa Ibom State to kindly please proceed with the swearing in of the Akwa Ibom. Thank you.
Your Excellencies, power conferred on me by the law, I hereby, on this 23rd day of September 2019, stand here to swear in the 30th Chairman, State Council of Chiefs of Akwa Ibom State. I want to really say here that after this, I'll take the group photograph with all the paramount rulers that I couldn't do that earlier before now. But for now, let's take the oath of allegiance. I, do solemnly swear that I'll be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So help me God. Oath of office. I,
His Eminence Solomon Daniel Eju,
do solemnly swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that as
the Chairman of Akwa Ibom State Council of Chiefs,
I will discharge my duties
to
the best of my ability, faithfully, and in accordance with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and the law, and always in the interest of the sovereignty, integrity, solidarity, well-being, and prosperity of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that I will strive to preserve the fundamental objectives and directive principles of state policy contained in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that I will not allow my personal interest to influence my official conduct or my official decisions, that I will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that in all circumstances I will do right to all manner of people, according to law, without fear or favor, affection or ill will, that I will not directly or indirectly communicate or reveal to any person any matter which shall be brought under my consideration or shall become known to me as
the Chairman of Akwa Ibom State Council of Chiefs,
except as may be required for the due discharge of my duties as
the Chairman of Akwa Ibom State Council of Chiefs.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Bogemane Kwakobok Ino, the Chairman of the State Council of Chiefs. Some paperwork, official paperwork being done. Of course, a reminder that even while today is a state anniversary day, it is still a full work day for all of the people who are supposed to be working. That means that there are people who are going to leave this place straight to their offices. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency the Governor will present the instrument of office to the Chairman of the Akwa Ibom State Council of Chiefs, His Eminence, the Akwa Ibom Ibibio, Ntenyen Solomon D. Etuk JP, Mogia Kwaro Boreno, His Eminence. I need to have my eyes there. Just give me a minute. Can we please put our hands together for His Eminence, the Chairman of the State Council of Chiefs? Thank you very much. Thank you. Congratulations, Your Eminence. Congratulations. Thank you. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as we are about to see, His Eminence will now take his seat on this table as Chairman of the Akwa Ibom State Council of Chiefs. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, the Governor, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to listen to a speech by the revered monarch, patriarch of the Bibio people worldwide, Paramount Lavinsurubium local government area, and Chairman of the Akwa Ibom State Council of Chiefs. He will give his acceptance speech after he has been sworn in and handed over that instrument of office. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, with His Excellency's permission, may I please invite, most respectfully, His Eminence the Akwa Ibom Ibibio to present his acceptance speech.
His Excellency Governor Udom Emmanuel, His Excellency the Deputy Governor, Mr. Moses Ekpo, MFR, the Speaker, very sorry about that, the Chief Judge of Akwa Ibom State, members of national and state assemblies, His Excellency's former governors, my colleagues, members of Akwa Ibom State Council of Chiefs and wives, Secretary to the State Government, Head of Civil Service, members of the ESCO, the Chairman and leaders of PDP and other political parties here present, Chairman of local government councils, religious leaders, sociocultural organizations, security chiefs, senior citizens of Akwa Ibom State, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. An acceptance speech delivered by me, His Eminence Ntenyen Solomon Daniel Echuk Akwa Ibom Ibibio, the Patriarch of Ibibio people worldwide and the paramount ruler of Nsurubium local government area. On the occasion of my swearing in ceremony as the 30th Chairman Akwa Ibom State Council of Chiefs, held at the banquet hall today, Monday, September 23rd, 2019. Today I am filled with boundless joy as I have the honor to most heartily congratulate His Excellency Mr. Udom Gabriel Emmanuel on the occasion of the 32nd anniversary of the creation of our dear state, Akwa Ibom State. Let me therefore formally welcome our amiable governor once again and his entourages, as well as all who have gathered here to witness this auspicious occasion. I stand with humility and a great sense of responsibility before you all to accept the offer to serve as the 30th Chairman of Akwa Ibom State Council of Chiefs. Through a seamless and rancor-free succession process that has become an indelible hallmark of the revered institution. Let me further confess that I am most overwhelmed that my choice has been ratified by His Excellency. Who has just personally performed my enthronement today, Monday, September 23rd, 2019. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, your labor of love in Akwa Ibom State is speaking for you loudly. God bless you and your family and continue to prosper your leadership of our state. I am indeed most thankful, full of praises and adoration to the Almighty God for granting me the opportunity to be the main dramatic personnel at this significant event. Let me state that I regard this appointment as a call to service, and I am fully determined to offer my modest ingenuity in aligning the traditional institution with ideas and policies that will usher our people and the state to the forefront of economic and social affairs. Despite the enormous task before me, I trust God and the support of my respected colleagues in the council to perform my duty creditably. With divine guidance and support of all, I shall surely lead the council in setting good example that will speak well of us, that indeed something great and wonderful can come from Akwa Ibom State. Let me restate that the royal fathers are very grateful to His Excellency the Governor Udom Emmanuel for his support, and will accordingly, as a mark of appreciation, remain very supportive of the state government on the policies and programs. I sincerely thank my royal colleagues and trust that in the course of discharging my onerous duties, their support shall be readily available. For me, I promise to lead conscientiously to the glory of God and man. Permit me to specially thank the Honorable Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs management and staff of the ministry, and the entire people of Nsrubim local government area for their support, solidarity, and cooperation. May I also express my respect and appreciation to my predecessor who joined his ancestors. May his soul rest in peace. I can recollect his unique perspectives to leadership, creating a bridge of love and togetherness amongst us in the council and beyond. I sincerely appreciate all our distinguished guests, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, for finding time to be part of this landmark event. This acceptance speech will be incomplete if I do not affectionately acknowledge the invaluable role played by my family in the success story of today. Thank you for all the painful sacrifice you have made. I love and cherish you all dearly. God bless you all. Long live Akwa Ibom State Council of Chiefs. Long live Akwa Ibom State. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Can we please put our hands together one more time for the Chairman of the Akwa Ibom State Council of Chiefs, His Eminence Akwa Ibom. Thank you. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we're beginning the process of bringing this engagement to a close. I want to invite the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Mr. Nsudo, to kindly come forward for a brief vote of thanks.
Your Excellency, the Governor, sorry, don't mind. Your Excellency, the Governor, Deacon Udom Emmanuel, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor, Mr. Moses Eko, my Lord, the Chief Judge, Your Excellency, let me stand on existing protocol that have been properly established. I consider it a great privilege to be invited to propose this vote of thanks to all the dignitaries who have come from far and near to witness this memorable and successful event. So on behalf of the Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, and by extension the entire traditional institutions in the state, we turn all the praise to the Almighty God who has guided us successfully through this entire process. Your Excellency, our amiable Governor, permit me to say we are most grateful to you, that's those of us at the Ministry, for providing us all the requisite enablement for this exercise and for availing us your presence to perform this memorable task of the installation of the 30th Chairman of the Council of Chiefs and presenting staff of office, 7 newly recognized paramount rulers. Thank you, sir. Our sincere thanks go to His Excellency the Deputy Governor, Mr. Moses Eko, MFR, the Speaker of the House of Assembly, here represented by the Deputy Speaker, my Lord the Chief Judge, Justice Godwin Abraham, Your Excellencies, the former governors, members of the National and State Assemblies, the Secretary to the State Government, the Head of Civil Service, and other members of the State Executive Council, the State Chairman and leadership of the People's Democratic Party and other political parties, senior citizens, leaders and members of the various sociocultural organizations, my Lord, spiritual and temporal, the clergy, and to you all, our distinguished guests, we say thank you. To you, our royal fathers, and particularly take note of the new chairman and Akwa Ibom, it is our day, and together we have delivered. Permit me also to express our sincere thanks to the families of the immediate past paramount rulers, particularly in the 7 local government areas. We thank you for embracing change in status quo. Today, we have set a new paradigm. Together, we are making progress. Together, we win. Your Excellency, permit me also to specially thank our tax team leader, the Honorable Udom, and my colleagues in the Ministry of Local Government. To you all, I say, let's keep the flag flying. Once again, I thank you all and wish you all a safe journey back home to your respective homes. God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sudo, Permanent Secretary, Minister of Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs. At this point, we've come, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to that point where we're going to listen to our governor, our leader, our number one citizen, as he presents an address on this auspicious occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, can we put our hands together for Mr. Udom Emmanuel, Governor of Akwa Ibom State, as he speaks to us. Your Excellency, please. Thank you.
It's okay. Please, shall we be seated? I hope the cameraman will allow me to see the paramount rulers that are being sworn in today. I let people outside about 5 times this. So it's just unfortunate. So when you go outside, just wave and tell them that we are sorry the oil could not take everybody. Then there are about 5 times what we've seen inside here. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor, Mr. Moses Ekpo MFR, my Lord, the Chief Judge, Your Excellency, the former Governor, our party chairman, distinguished senators here present, members of the National Assembly, Deputy Speaker, the entire House of Assembly leadership, and members of the Akwa Ibom House of Assembly, Secretary to the State Government, the latest Tier Robber, Chairman, State Council of Chiefs, His Eminence, the Akwa Ibom, Honorable Commissioners that are here, Special Advisors, Service Commanders, Paramount Rulers that are all here, Clan Heads, Village Heads, totally our Royal Fathers, members of the clergy, Permanent Secretaries, Chairmen of Boards and Commissions, Chairman Algon, and all the Chairmen of Local Government that are here, other citizens that have been here, Presidents, leaders of sociocultural groups. I think I've seen just the President of Mbogong Parawa. Not seen any other President. Okay, Atiana, you are wearing so many caps. The President of Atiana, I'm sure a few other people will be here. Ndaopolo and all of them. Sun Labaro, President of Oral Development Union, and all of them, labor leaders, specially invited guests, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Let me start by thanking God for His benevolence and sustaining us to witness the 32nd year anniversary of the creation of our state, Akwa Ibom State. I think to round off these celebrations that we started since over the weekend, after my speech, I will request probably they bring an anniversary cake That will be the first assignment of the new chairman, State Council of Chiefs, joining former governors, representatives of each category for us to cut the anniversary cake of this state. Permit me to use this medium to thank our royal fathers for robust working relationship I've had with them over the years, and also to sincerely congratulate those who've sworn in today. People like Obosi, they used to have forum of clan heads. I don't know whether you start forum of paramount rulers now. I don't know. But honestly, as always the tradition, the celebration of the state creation is never complete without what we are doing today. So I'm delighted to have performed the swearing ceremony. 30 is a very significant number. I'm sure Ntenyo knows that. And all our royal fathers that are here. And I'm also happy that to witness this today, Ntisonwe Dibio is here in person. He didn't send a representative. He's here in person to witness this. And I'm also very happy. And even with the number of paramount rulers that are here. Let me make one clarification. People might not do this because a lot of people send me texts. It should have been me, it should have not been me, it should have been this, should have not been this. Check the act very well. It is a prerogative of the state government to select a paramount ruler, not elect, select. There's a difference between select and elect. So if you don't know the difference, please ask your lawyer. Selection is different from election. So when people send me text, we did election. I don't know who sent anybody to come and do election. I didn't send anybody to come and do election. If you do election, it's not in line with the law. It's only clan head that you do election. Paramount rulers are selection by the state government. And let me use this medium to also say here, I had to insist on having 31 paramount rulers because there are some paramount rulers since I became a governor. I've finished 4 years, I'm into the field. I've never seen the paramount ruler from such local government areas. They keep it vacant, and it's not fair to those who are also queuing behind to become a paramount ruler. If a paramount ruler is in the hospital, and from hospital to anywhere else, create a space for another person to take over. A paramount ruler can be in hospital for 4 years without me knowing as a governor. Some of them are even requested to visit. They said, no, governor, you cannot come. So I don't know how a governor cannot enter the hospital. So once I cannot visit a paramount ruler in the hospital, I must swear in another one. Because our work must continue. So that's why in the past 2 weeks, you had so many burials of paramount rulers. Because if they did not give me today, I would have still sworn in new ones. People should know that swearing in of paramount rulers is not a traditional institution. So I'm not disobeying any tradition of your local government. This is purely a government affair. And government is continuing. So we can't stop government from running. So let people not just come and tell me, no, if we don't announce the other one, you cannot. I will swear in because it's a government thing. And once you are in government, nobody can stop government. You remember now, I think in Numbers, he said, the Lord had already blessed, we cannot reverse. Government does not have reverse gear. So don't bring certain traditions. So this is not tradition. It has to do with governance. Paramount rulers are to collaborate with government to institutionalize certain things in their local government areas, and so that we can work and move forward. So please bear with us that we had to really insist on some local government areas that either you produce your paramount ruler in the hospital, or today I'll swear in another one. So those who could produce paramount rulers in the hospital, we're happy with that. And those who could not produce, we have new paramount rulers here. So God bless all new paramount rulers in Jesus' name. But let me honestly, I would not be fair if I don't acknowledge the cooperation and collaboration I've had with the Secretary, Council of Traditional Rulers of our nation. It's been wonderful. Ambassador Uye, it's been wonderful. I mean, we've been on phone and so on. he made it possible this morning that we could swear in Paramount ruler from Mbo. So I really want to thank him and thank his understanding on behalf of the entire Council of Traditional Rulers of Oro Nation. Not only him, he's a council. There is the secretary. There must be an arrowhead. So I'm also standing openly to thank him for his support to make this work easy for me. Because I told them that I must have a paramount ruler in Mbo. Because what if tomorrow the federal government tidies up our deep sea port project? Every coastal line must have a paramount ruler because we are going to work within these few years. I cannot wait for another year because for me to swear in another paramount ruler is 2020, and I cannot wait for that 1 year. I must swear in all paramount rulers today. So I really want to thank Council of Traditional Rulers of Oro Nation, and I also use this platform to all our paramount rulers that are a little bit weak. May God strengthen them and make them strong enough to come and assist us in this work that we are doing. I keep saying, so if you go to other places, you see traditional fathers, 100 and something years, still very strong. Some of them without glasses. So why can't it also happen here? So they will remain strong and they will remain supportive of whatsoever we are doing. I really want to say that I have no doubt that these people that today we've all selected as paramount rulers will perform creditably. And let me also say here, once we are a clan head, any clan head can be a paramount ruler. So don't think it's just the governor who's had to do. There is no paramount ruler we select that we don't do extensive consultation. It's through consultation that we come up to where we are now. And where they have tradition over time, we obey that tradition. We don't breach it at all. There are some local government areas that tell you this is how we select our paramount rulers. Of course, I can't have my own paramount ruler and have. So we must try to also blend the two. So it's not as if we just throw away what we've been doing in the past. No, not at all. If you have a way of arriving at who becomes your next paramount ruler, we obey it to the letter. But don't try to do as if you want to strangulate government or we must do what we want. Sorry, we are government. We don't have any rule. When you're selecting village head, clan head, you can follow tradition there. But when it comes to paramount ruler, it is our own prerogative to select who we can work with. I also want to use this platform to also appeal to everybody for future. Select paramount rulers for us that you know we can go for meetings with. Because paramount ruler is a very serious office. I should be able to send a paramount ruler to also to go and be a chancellor in any university. Where they also send for us to be in our own different universities. So our paramount rulers should also be chancellor in any federal university. That's what we are expecting. So give me those you know that certainly will make that. Let me use this platform once more to congratulate Akwa Ibom, the patriarch of that traditional institution of the Ibibio land, for sending into the seat today as the chairman of Akwa Ibom State Council of Chiefs. And I want to also put here, I know the Commissioner for Local Government had tried to mention it in passing. We are trying to do a very befitting edifice for State Chairman Council of Chiefs, so that if the President of Nigeria comes, he should be able to walk into the council secretariat and meet with the chairman at that moment. And there should be a big palace, a council hall, all the facilities should be there. So that when you hold council meeting, there should also be meeting rooms and breakout sessions, assuming you people just want to relax before going back. But I won't put offices though, because I don't want paramount ruler to leave his local government, come and sit in Uyo. No, not at all. I won't do the way they do in Senate or House of Rep, where they have offices. This one is just for their normal meeting. It is only the Chairman State Council of Chiefs that will have his residence, his office, and the council chamber in the secretariat. And that has been taken care of. And have the commitment of the contractor that within at least letters before end of next year, we should be able to complete that edifice and commission it. I will try and make sure we fast track that job. When we finish, I'm sure the paramount rulers will be very happy. to see where their council will be, and will be well secure and very, very modern chamber that will create for them. So that if a president of Nigeria or any other country, or even high commissioner, ambassadors of countries come in, they should be able to also walk in and then pay courtesy on our state chairman council of chiefs, the way we also do to other people when we go to other places. There are some places when I go to, some states when I go to, even before I see the governor, they take me first to go and greet whoever is the state chairman council of chiefs. And we must do same. It's rather late, but it's never too late. Better be late than never. So we must put that and get that running, and running very well. Let me say here that the Honorable Commissioner, Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs has suggested some amendments that he thinks it could be. In fact, the one that touched me most was a situation where a paramount ruler is indisposed and the entire Council of Chiefs is grounded. I think that's very urgent. We need to amend that so that if you are indisposed as a paramount ruler, the next most senior clan head should be able to act for you. Because God forbid, but it happens, God forbid, assuming that paramount ruler has stroke. Assuming, I mean, it's human life, you don't have control over. So that local council of traditional rulers of that local government cannot be in a standstill for the number of years it will take him to recover. So we need to look at what will work well for us. Nobody will take your office. I can see the paramount rulers are frowning. It's a law. I'm the one to send the law to the House of Assembly. Once they approve, we'll implement. So, but we will not implement without discussing with you people. We'll still discuss, but it makes sense. Let some of these things run as if we are normal people. It shouldn't run as if we are just so rigid. It must be this way, it must be that way. There are certain local government areas, nothing has happened since the paramount ruler had been ill. Everything is in a standstill. No council meeting, nothing at all. Village heads, clan heads are there, no direction. The one I don't know, but I will confer and also consult you people appropriately, is the one he says members of family heads should be members of the council of chiefs. I don't know that one. Family head is different from a chief. Since the day I was born, anybody can be a family head, but not everybody can be a village head. So it is you people that would decide that one, not me at all. If it's something you want, please let me know. I can easily amend that. But I think there's a remarkable difference between a village head and a family head and a village head. And they can wake up tomorrow and make me a family head. So will I start attending the Council of Chiefs meeting? But we need to look at that very well. And I want to reassure the paramount rulers, clan heads, village heads, that will certainly, from time to time, as things work out well, we keep improving on the welfare of those royal fathers. You can see that since I became a governor, I've not taken that lightly at all. We try to meet that up, make sure your furniture, as soon as you're sworn in, your security, and so on. If I release this thing and you don't get it, don't go to the press, just call me. I'll check and I'll confirm to you that I've released those things. But I'm sure the Permanent Secretary Minister of Local Government is a very good man. Once I release, CSO, can you get that person out of this room, please? Once I release that, I'm sure he will also do it. Let me also announce that within a short period, I don't know because I'm not a car dealer, those who have also been sworn in today, the state government will provide you with the normal jeep that we normally give to all paramount rulers. That will be done as soon as practicable. I really want to say here once again, I wish to congratulate your Royal Majesties for ascension today and wish all a most rewarding reign. Paul Apostle prayed. He said, may you be in health and prosper as your soul prospered. I stand in the order of that Paul Apostle and say, may all of you be in health, prosper, have a rewarding reign, and move in strength and in everything as your days are, so shall your strength be. God bless you all.
Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to invite respectfully His Excellency the Deputy Governor, my Lord the Chief Judge, His Excellency Udom Kanga. We'll also invite the Deputy Speaker of the House of Assembly, and of course His Eminence Akwa Ibom to kindly join His Excellency in cutting this 32nd anniversary cake, Akwa Ibom at 32. Thank you very much. All arms of government represented, including even the traditional institution. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, respectfully, I will, with His Excellency's permission, invite the party chairman, Obong Polikwo, to kindly come forward, and he will take this microphone from me and take their excellencies through the cake cutting process, however he deems fit, please. Thank you. Party chairman, please.
Your Excellency, dear Governor, let me rest on the already established protocol. Akwa Ibom at 32, within those 32 years, the privilege had been that the party that provided leadership in terms of the platform and administrators that came out have been the People's Democratic Party. So let me congratulate His Excellency and the entire Akwa Ibomite on this occasion. The Excellency is only God, and we're praying that God strengthens us and God gives you the strength and the good health to continue in the completion agenda. So I will say, only God, in Jesus' name, I will cut the cake. So let us go. Only God, in Jesus' name. Amen.
Can we put our hands together for the excellencies? Thank you very, very much. Party chairman will please join. And then, of course, once His Excellency gets back to his seat, we'll take the national anthem, and then we will have the group photograph, which will be here. Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, so that we can bring this session to an end, can all of us please all the paramount rulers. Every other person, please remain on your seats. Your Royal Majesties, kindly follow the protocol officers, please. Thank you. Please kindly bring them. The new paramount rulers first. The new with their staffs, please. Bend up, bend up. And please, the rest should also follow and come, please. But the new ones first. Mbok ya frɛ wei tie gitie mo. Mbok mi se so in fin ya somebody mbok. Please, would respectfully request all the other paramount rulers to please join. All the other paramount rulers, please. Please, can we not divide the group photograph? His Excellency is here. Please. There are some that will be taken to the other side, please. And then we can double up and create more space, please. Thank you. Please, can we look towards the photographers, please? Thank you very much. Congratulations to the newly sworn-in Chairman of the State Council of Chiefs. Congratulations to all the paramount rulers that have been sworn in. We thank them for their work, for their service. God bless. Thank you. Please, would respectfully request all the other paramount rulers to please join. All the other paramount rulers, please. Please, can we not divide the group photograph? His Excellency is here. Please. There are some that will be taken to the other side, please. And then we can double up and create more space, please. Thank you. Please, can we look towards the photographers, please? Thank you very much. Congratulations to the newly sworn-in Chairman of the State Council of Chiefs. Congratulations to all the paramount rulers that have been sworn in. We thank them for their work, for their service. God bless. Thank you.